You know what's killing your confidence more than anything else? It's not your looks, it's not your bank account, it's not even your social skills. It's the fact that every single morning you wake up knowing you're not living anywhere near your potential. And the worst part is that deep down, you know it. Look, I used to be that guy who was lying in bed at 2 a.m. scrolling on my phone, and I was just watching other guys my age crushing it. They were building businesses, getting in shape, and they were living with a purpose. Meanwhile, I was stuck in the same cycle. I was just waking up, wasting my time, and I was just making stupid excuses. And then at the end of the day, I went to bed feeling disappointed. And the sick thing about that is that I knew I was capable of more. I just had no clue how to break free. Here's what nobody tells you about confidence. It doesn't come from positive thinking. It's not about hyping yourself up in the mirror. Instead, real confidence comes from one thing, and that is keeping promises to yourself. Every time you say you'll do something and you don't follow through, you chip away at your self-trust. And every broken promise is you cheering up for the version of you that you don't want to be. I mean, think about it. How many times this week alone did you tell yourself that you'd wake up early, or that you'd go to the gym, or that you'd finally start working on that project that you've been avoiding so much, or that you'll do something as easy as just stop scrolling on your phone? And then you didn't do any of those. And here's the brutal truth. Every time that you skip, every time that you make that little excuse, a voice whispers in your head saying that you cannot count on yourself. That's where the confidence leak starts. But here's the flip side. Every promise you do keep to yourself builds a level of confidence that nobody can take away from you. Not the fake kind that falls apart under pressure, but the real kind that comes from knowing without a doubt you can trust yourself. And once you have that, everything else starts to change. You see, I spent 4 years learning this the hard way, drifting through life, no direction, constantly breaking promises to myself, but slowly things changed. I started with the tiniest commitments, waking up 10 minutes earlier, or I was doing just one push-up even when I didn't feel like it. And little by little, those small wins started stacking. And next thing I knew, I wasn't the same guy anymore. I had a business, I was disciplined, and I was living with attention. And it all came from one thing, and that is keeping small promises to myself every single day. And look, most guys try to fix their confidence from the outside in. They buy new clothes, or they get a fresh haircut, or they think about some new catchy pickup lines. But if the foundation is cracked, none of that matters. Confidence isn't about how you look when everyone's watching. It's about who you are when nobody's watching. And that's built or broken by the promises you keep to yourself. Here's the thing, and I really want you to picture this. Every promise you keep is like a deposit in your confidence account. You won't notice the difference after 1 or 2 deposits, but give it 90 days, 6 months, or even a whole year, and you'll wake up and realize you've turned into the guy you always wanted to be, without forcing it and without faking it. So here's my challenge to you. Pick one promise you can keep today. Not 5, not 10, just 1. Maybe it's just making your bed. Maybe it's going for a 10-minute walk outside. Or maybe it's doing 10 push-ups before you shower. Keep that promise today and tomorrow, and watch what starts to happen. Because when you start keeping those promises, something crazy happens. Your life stops feeling like it's happening to you and starts feeling like it's happening because of you. And now I'm going to show you how to make this change stick, even if you failed 100 times before. You see, if you ever tried to turn things around before and it failed, it's not because you're weak or lazy or broken. Rather, it's because you didn't have a system that actually works with your brain instead of against it. Most people try to change everything at once, and then they burn out and they give up. And every time that happens, it feels like proof they're just not that kind of person. But that's a lie, because all you need is just a different approach. Now I'm gonna give you a method that I wish I had when I was stuck. I said the first thing already, but let me repeat it. Start with one micro promise you can keep. Win that battle every single day for a week. Then add another and add another. When you're stacking, you win. The only thing you're doing is building trust with yourself, one brick at a time. And before you know it, you're showing up differently in every area of your life. Not because you forced it, but because you became someone who follows through. And now imagine waking up 6 months from now. You've got the energy to crush your mornings. You look in the mirror and see someone you actually respect. You walk into any room and feel grounded because you trust yourself. And you're no longer chasing validation because you're too busy living in alignment with the person you promised yourself you'd be. That's real confidence. And it's built from the inside out. I've seen this exact change, not just in my own life, but in the lives of guys I worked with. They went from drifting, procrastinating, and doubting themselves to disciplined, confident, and actually excited to get out of bed in the morning. And the common thread that I notice is that they learned how to keep promises to themselves, and it changed everything. Now, I cannot break down the whole process in one video because there's a lot more to making this stick long term. But I did create a full breakdown of exactly how to live a sustainable long-term aligned life without burning out or falling back into old patterns. It's honestly my favorite video on the channel, and it goes way deeper into this. If you want to take this seriously and actually follow through this time, I'll link the video in the description and go watch it as soon as you finish this one. And before I end this video off, I just want to say one more thing. You see, you don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to keep one promise to yourself today. Do just that and you'll be shocked where you end up. So start now, because your future self and your future family is counting on you.